Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back for another Full Joy Mom video. This is the last video that I will record at our current house, and by the next time I'm recording, I will be in a new house. I'm super pumped. In today's video, we are going to talk about fighting kids and togetherness and doing things as a family in groups and then separating. We are going to talk about it today, so stay tuned.
You're watching Full Joy Mom.
Well, if you are new here, my name is Dawn Marie. I am the mom of 4 kids, ages 9, 7, 6, and 5. Let me see, what are we talking about today? Fighting kids. We're talking about fighting kids. Oh my goodness. This thought process was earth-shattering for me because I had these sneaky little foxes spoiling the vines in my mind of thinking that because I wanted a family that was close-knit and had good relationships with each other, and we had to do things together and lots of things together and all the time. I'm not sure how that thought, well, I do actually. I have these different concepts in my mind from different places and resources that I had gathered them, and the Lord just made this huge adjustment in my thinking pattern in this last year, and it's helped me so much. You know, you need to do things together as a family, and you need to do family devotions, you need to have family game night, and the world's trying to separate you and pull you apart, and those things are truth and reality. I'm not saying that they're not, but because I am a homeschooling mom, because my kids and I and my husband, because we're all under the same roof all the time, actually what was happening is we were fracturing our relationships because we were with each other too much. So I started realizing that actually if I wanted to strengthen everyone's relationships with each other, if I wanted to build a strong family of togetherness, that I was going to have to concentrate on being separate more than I was going to have to concentrate on being together. And that's not the truth for everyone, because that's not every season. You know, when we were in Florida and my husband had a different schedule, we had to concentrate a lot on togetherness and on doing things together and planning things together and being creative with it, because he wasn't at dinner every night. Now in this season, I have to use a lot of my mom brain power and my planning and scheduling and figuring out and finagling to separate my kids. And once I did that, once I started making mandatory separate time, I started to notice a lot of repair in the relationships. And I started to recognize that, like, what I was doing is being like, why is everyone fighting all the time? And I guess they need to learn this skill, or I need to teach more about this, or I need to be stricter in this area. Or I kept making all these different adjustments when in reality it was just like, we're just all around each other too much. Everybody needs a break from each other, and they need to be able to have that alone time. And some kids can do that naturally. And you know, there is certainly, you know, like the one thing I had in my mind was this concept of like, well, you don't want bedroom kids. You don't want kids that just stay in their bedroom all the time. Well, no, but that's not what I'm going to do if I have my kids go to their bedroom to have some private alone time and do something on their own. That's not going to happen. You know, that it's like my concept of, I don't want to be over here in this ditch, and I don't want to be over here in this ditch. I want to be right in the middle. So just because this thought process is wrong doesn't mean I swing the whole way over here to this thought process. I'm just right here in the middle with it. So that's really it. That's like the meat of it, is just thinking about having my kids be separated so that every moment of the day is not me having to parent them chronically, helping them through all these different situations, because if I separate them, then we get a break from that, and it's really good for everyone. One way that I separate them is by doing what I call stations, and I'll get them set up around various spots in the house, and I will give them an activity, and they need to sit and do that for 20 minutes. I know that sounds like a ridiculous thing that's not going to actually work, and it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't work perfectly. Sometimes they play even longer than the 20 minutes. Sometimes they don't want to have anything to do with it. Sometimes they're done 5 minutes in, but sometimes it really does work, and it's very awesome. And the more I practice it, the better they get with it. Sometimes I have no more nappers, so sometimes what we do is have quiet time in our beds in the afternoon, and everyone has to sit down and read a book. Sometimes they have to sit and read a book in the living room, separated. but it's just this idea of let's not be on top of each other. Actually, in order to accomplish this goal of separate spaces, because of the house situation that we're in right now, we had to take one room, and it had like some huge closets and an in-between space in between the closets. So we actually ended up dividing that space 3 separate areas for the 3 oldest kids, so that we would call it their hideout. And we got tension rods and put curtains across the one. The other had these closet doors. The other 2 were like these big closets. It's the room has a pitched roof, so it's an interesting layout, but it worked great because they each had their own space. They had to stay in their space, have their own private time. So if this is a new thought process, a new concept, I hope it helped you out, that you can go into your days with your kids and look at ways that maybe you'll get less fighting and have less explosions and problems to deal with if you are simply giving everyone that separate resetting time. So I can't wait to talk to you guys at the next house. I hope you all are well. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, click that button for new videos. But hey, go check out the playlist. I have tons of quick tips and a lot of faith teachings. Just stuff I've learned in my life that the Lord has showed me that I want to pass on to you to help you live an abundant life that is full joy mom style. So may the Lord bless you and keep you guys until next time.